What's going on, Blueprint Nation? Listen, today's video, we are going to talk about the truth behind credit utilization. A lot of people have a misconception as they're trying to get their credit scores and credit profile in the 700 club in 2026. Well, guess what? I'm going to talk about how you can go ahead and do simple tricks to be able to go ahead and boost your credit, high utilization, and also be able to get into business credit as well too. So you definitely want to check out this video because we're going to go over all the gems for you. Let's get into it.
Blueprint. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, Blueprint Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Respect My Blueprint podcast, where we discuss everything and give you the blueprint on personal finance, entrepreneurship, business credit to be able to help you level up to the next level. All right, guys. So in today's video, I am going to talk about how to be able to go ahead and hide and leverage your credit utilization. All right. Now, a lot of people think that their credit scores drop because of debt or because of other factors outside of that, right? That could be farthest from the truth, all right? Because the truth of the matter is, guys, credit scores fall because how debt is reported and not because how you use your credit, all right? Because, of course, that is the main thing I want people to understand here. And, you have to understand that, there's situations where there could be scenarios where two people can have the same income, the same balances, but their credit scores is completely different because your credit score is unique to you as like your DNA, right? And simply because, people don't understand how utilization works is because, that's the reason why you can have, of course, two individuals with similar profiles, but of course, their credit scores is completely different. All right. So in this video, I'm going to break down how utilization really works, how it affects your personal credit, and how you can also utilize it in business credit as well too, to use it in your advantage. All right. So you definitely want to stay tuned throughout this entire video because we're going to go ahead and break all of this down for you. All right. So cool. First things first, I want a lot of people to understand is that credit utilization actually affects 30% of your FICO score. It is the second highest factor that is weighed upon when it comes to your credit score. Okay. So most people, the part that most people don't understand is that, you can have a perfect payment history, no late payments, great income, all of that good stuff, and still have a low credit score because your balances are over the 30% are over the 30% threshold that FICO allows. Okay. Remember, the threshold is 30%. Typically, I recommend to all of my mentees and students in my audience that 10% or below 10% is the optimal range where if you want to go ahead and get approved for funding. But as far as for your FICO score, for it to not impact it in a negative way, you do not want to cross the 30% threshold. Okay. Once it crosses above 30%, pretty much it's going to drop your credit score. Anything above 50% is going to penalize you at a real aggressive rate. Okay. So it's very important to understand that you want to keep your utilization below 30%. But if you're looking for high approvals, 10% is, of course, the main way to go. All right. So now the reason why, of course, FICO doesn't release any insights inside of its algorithm and how it really factors into its credit scoring model and everything like that. But one thing that is known, that credit cards are punished a lot more heavily, or are punished a lot more heavier than any other trade lines that's reporting on your credit. Okay. So, to make it in simple terms without getting too convoluted, revolving debt is scored differently than installment debt, and then more than anything else on your credit report. Okay. And the reason being is because credit cards, they report balances every month, and is scored as a riskier debt versus an installment loan, and it triggers penalties quicker as your balances rise. So again, guys, if you go over 30%, this of course is going to affect you a lot harder than it would on an installment account. All right. Which on installment accounts, you got to realize these are fixed payments that, utilization is affected a lot less versus a revolving line. So in other words, a $15,000 credit card balance is going to hurt your score more than a $15,000 personal loan, even though they have the same payment history. Okay, so it's very, very important that when it comes to your revolving lines, that you're definitely making sure that you're keeping your utilization low versus anything such as an auto loan, or a student loan, or a personal loan, or any other installment line, and is weighed a lot less. That's weighed a lot less when it comes to the utilization factor of your credit report. Okay, so now that we kind of like broken down the fundamentals and I've given you guys an insight on how utilization works as well as the importance of it, most people, nowadays they try to fix utilization by paying down their credit card balances with cash. Listen, that works, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that's very, very ineffective. Okay, especially as we're moving into 2026. We want to be able to go ahead and be a lot smarter, be a lot effective, and more importantly, use OPM, other people's money, to be able to go ahead and leverage into financial freedom, right? So instead of paying cash to pay down your credit card debt, there are other means and other ways where you can do so that's a lot more effective, okay? Such as shifting your credit card balances to a business credit card, okay? And of course, preferably a 0% business credit card. Now, this right here, guys, if you have not seen any one of my other previous videos, this is a strategy that I highly recommend here, for many, many reasons. But the primary reason is because business credit cards are not, for the most part, don't report on your personal credit. So therefore, by transferring the balance from your personal credit card to your business credit card, you are hiding utilization and allowing your credit score to build, and therefore leveraging the business credit card, which 9 times out of 10, business credit cards offer an introductory 0% APR. So you'll be able to go ahead and shift that balance without having to accrue or pay any interest on it as well, too. All right. So business credit cards, they score utilization the same way as personal credit card does, which is, you just have to make sure that you transfer it to a business credit card that don't report to your business credit report. Okay. So now, of course, in order for you to shift your utilization from a personal to a business credit card, we need to talk about, okay, accessing and being able to get a business credit card. Okay. So now a lot of people, of course, still not able to get a business credit card when, whether it's their credit profile or the credit score haven't hit the threshold to qualify for one. There are other means and other ways on how you can leverage to be able to go ahead and lower your utilization. Number one, which is a very popular and common method that a lot of people are aware of, which is, getting an authorized user. Now, teaming up with an authorized user or piggybacking off of the good behavior of someone that has a high credit limit is another fantastic way on how you can hide utilization. By piggybacking on someone's credit card with a high balance, this ultimately is going to drop the overall utilization of your balances on your credit cards that's reporting on your credit, and which of course is going to help boost up your credit score. So that is another great way where you could do so. Now, of course, it doesn't drop the utilization of the individual card. However, it does drop it from your overall utilization, which could, of course, help boost up your credit profile. Okay. Another way is a credit limit increase. All right. This is another way where you can be able to go ahead and hide utilization. Most people not are aware, if you have good behavior with the credit card after a 6 or 12-month period, contact a creditor and ask them for a credit limit increase. Most creditors, as long as you have all of the data points and you've been acting responsibly with the card, they'll go ahead and increase your credit limit. Okay. And this is another great way where you can be able to go ahead and bring down the utilization of your credit card and be able to go ahead and unlock a higher credit score for yourself. Okay. Now, another way, which I've released in another previous video where I spoke about this method, which is the velocity play, which is being able to go ahead and pay your credit card before the statement reporting date. Okay. Now, this is a great way for you to be able to go ahead and hide your utilization and still use your credit card, without affecting your lifestyle. Well, what you're going to do is contact the creditor of your credit card company, of the revolving credit line, and you're going to ask them what day they report to the credit bureaus. Okay. For instance, if they report on the 1st, what you're going to do, you're going to pay down the balance of that credit card on the 30th, on the 29th, a day or two before it reports to the credit bureau. And once it reports, then the next day or the day after, you can go ahead and utilize the credit card as you normally would. Okay. Of course, the main objective of this particular strategy is paying down the balance before it reports to the credit bureau. So it reports as a low utilization and therefore is not impacting your credit on a negative manner. Okay. And of course, these are strategies here, guys, that will ultimately, if you leverage them and utilize a combination of, you can be able to go ahead and manage the utilization of your credit cards or the trade lines that's reporting on your personal credit report and not have it impact your credit score. Remember, credit utilization is 30% of your credit score, guys. So this is a very, very key component, along with payment history, that you definitely want to focus on paying attention to if you want to keep your credit score at a high level. Okay, guys. So now that we have went ahead and talk about that, okay, listen, now we're going to go ahead and talk about business credit. Because listen, personal credit cards are for your personal credit, is for yourself, but business credit is what you're really going to be able to get the true benefits, because that is the credit cards that you're going to use to scale. All right. Now, the good thing about business credit is, guys, is that balances really don't affect your personal credit score. Like I mentioned, you got the 0% APR windows that some personal credit cards don't offer, but most business credit cards do. And also, the capital can become, you can use it as a tool to your benefit, right? Because with business credit cards, typically you're going to get a higher limit than you would with a personal credit card. And of course, like I said, you can, run up a business credit card without it affecting your personal credit report for the most part. Okay. So now, and, all of my people everyone that's in my community already know this. If you're a serious entrepreneur and you're looking to build business credit, you want to build business credit before you actually need it, and actually need it, because reason being, you never know when it's going to get to a point where you're actually going to need it. So you don't want to wait till the last minute or wait when you actually need it to start applying for business credit. All right. And of course, a few business credit cards that I highly recommend, which of course I have covered in my personal videos, but I want to give a quick recap, which is the number one is the PNC Visa Business Credit Card. Now, this is a credit card that offers 0 APR here for up to 13 billing cycles. We're talking 13 months here. So this is one of my favorite cards. You can get credit limits of up to $25,000 with this particular card. They do pull from Experian, but this PNC business card is a great card, not only for their low APR, but also you'll be able to execute a balance transfer with them as well too. All right. Another great business credit card is US Bank with their lineup of cards. Now, they have 2 or 3 business credit cards out there, but with their platinum card comes with a 0% APR for 12 months. This is a great card here because it comes with no annual fee, as well as you'll be able to go ahead and balance transfer on this particular card as well too. So this is another excellent business credit card that you can leverage to hide your utilization. Another card that I want to highly recommend, which I'm sorry, the US Bank card does pull from TransUnion. Does pull from TransUnion, so I definitely want to go ahead and make everyone aware of that. Another great credit card is the Wells Fargo Signify Business Card. Now, this is a business credit card that has zero APR for 12 months. Okay, it offers 2% unlimited cash back all across the board, no spending limits, no caps on its cashback program. And again, you'll be able to go ahead and balance transfer on this particular card as well too. They do pull from Experian, so make sure that you have your Equifax and your TransUnion credit report locked before you do apply. All right. And the last one that on our list that I want to go ahead and discuss and share with you guys is the Bank of America with its customized business advantage card. Now, this is a great card. They offer zero APR for only 7 months. However, they offer 3% cash back on any category of your choice. And they also have no annual fee with its balance transfer as well too. So, hey, what's going on, Blueprinters? This is a video that I want to go ahead and share with you guys to encourage you guys to go ahead and join the Blueprinter community. If you want to go ahead and level up to that next level in building generational wealth, as well as empowering yourselves on financial literacy and credit literacy, I definitely encourage you to go ahead and join the Blueprint movement. We have some great things that's up and coming down the pipeline of this year. Many of you guys know my rags to riches story started actually right after the pandemic. With that story and my experience during that time frame of me being a successful serial entrepreneur, launching the different ventures that we're launching here, I felt like it's an obligation for me to go ahead and share it with you guys in my experiences, as well as, the trials and tribulations that I was able to learn and overcome. With that being said, guys, definitely go ahead and join the Blueprinter community. Tap in with us. We have some major things coming down the pipeline. I'm very excited with the movement. I'm very excited on where we're going. I'm definitely encouraging you guys to definitely tap in and join us, man. Listen, not only are we going to show you how to build generational wealth, but we're going to have a good time in doing it. All right. So tap on in with your boy. All right. See you later. Bye. Bank of America pulls largely from TransUnion, but sometimes they do pull from Experian. I recommend that you go ahead and lock the weaker of the two bureau and force them to pull from the stronger one. Okay. But there you have it, guys. Pretty much that right there is the strategy on not only how to be able to hide your utilization, the explanation of the utilization and the importance of it, but I also gave you guys a quick recap of certain business credit cards that you'll be able to tap into to be able to transfer your balances, to be able to hide that utilization as well. Okay. So listen, this is all about strategy. This, a couple of things, I want people to remember. What I discussed doesn't ultimately erases the debt that you have for your card. So you want to make sure that you're not over leveraging yourself and you're able to go ahead and pay down your credit cards as well too. All right. Also, it does not replace discipline. Okay. Listen, just because you get approved for a high limit credit card doesn't mean that you want to go ahead and splurge unnecessarily. Like I said, over leverage yourself or, rack up a lot of debt. This is 2026, guys. Having poor credit is no longer the flex, is no longer the cool thing to do. Being able to go ahead and live, within your means, being able to leverage credit to leverage into financial freedom or passive income or income producing assets is the new flex nowadays. So therefore, I highly recommend you guys exercise discipline whenever you are getting into the credit card space or when you're applying for these particular cards. Okay. And also very, very important, anything that I discussed in today's video doesn't matter if you don't make your payments on time, right? Because on time payments, account for 35% of your FICO score. It is the highest scoring factor of your credit score. So one missed payment can dramatically drop your score, guys. Make sure you make your payments on time. If you combine that along with the low utilization, you're putting yourself in good position to be able to go ahead and maintain a high credit score and get approved for funding as well too. All right, so pretty much there you have it, guys. I hope you guys got a lot of great value from today's video. But if you want to learn more strategies and tips like this, I do have a free online community where we go ahead and discuss strategies and tips on how you can be able to go ahead and build business credit, build personal credit. We give you tips and strategies on different credit card plays out there. The link is in the description. Definitely check it out so you'll be able to go ahead and take advantage of everything we have to offer in our community. Also, for all of my entrepreneurs out there, we do have a software where you'll be able to access your business credit reports and your business credit scores as well too. From Duns & Bradstreet, your credit safe. You definitely want to check it out. Get a 7-day free trial by hitting the link down below. Uptrend Business, the premier software for you to be able to go ahead and access your business credit reports as well as get funding for yourself as well too. All right. But listen, if you got a lot of great value from this video, do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button. I can't do this without y'all. Take a couple quick seconds, hit the subscribe button. You see your boys doing whatever he can to be able to go ahead and produce content like this. I want to keep doing it. So in order to encourage me, hit the subscribe button. That's going to go ahead and give me all the appreciation, all the love that I need to be able to keep rocking out with you, okay? But other than that, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, what? We're going to catch you on the flip side. Take care. Bye-bye.
Blueprint, yeah. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, Wesley Paul with Blueprint. This guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from Wesley did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.